I think my second project was this. Ish. I think it might have been this. You know, it doesn't look like anything, but there is a prism in there. And then there are, 6 lasers? Nope. There are 8 up top, 3 on the bottom, 9. And they just kind of randomly fire into the prism. And I was thinking about trying to make it into a cool design, but that would be a tricky one. And that one I kind of gave up on a long time ago because I was having a lot of trouble with this filament. I mean, it's just crap. But the actual design worked pretty cool. I thought it was kind of cool. Let's see, that was design 2. I don't even know what I have for number 3. What did I even start working on? Is that when I started working on my RC car? I don't know, because see, here's the thing. All of this is also full of projects that I once tried working on. This was going to be some sort of multiplexed or something RGB display, but didn't have enough wire or something on it. This was at one point just a wireless controller, although it didn't work because I don't know electronics. I know logic, I guess, but putting two 7805s does not work together. I know that now. See, learn by trial and error or by school. But I'm dumb, so I have to do trial and error. Let's see, and then this was, that's what it was. Okay. No, I think here we go. Here's another project of mine. This is actually one of the first projects I ever posted on X. That right there is my 1 million LED or my 1 million counter. It is supposed to, by the second, count to 1 million. And I was going to have it displayed up in my house so that my kids could see how long 1 million seconds is. But kind of fell through. I didn't get the programming right, and I did a lot of stuff wrong there. I could do stuff so much easier, redo it. But there's always just so much more to do. Let's see, I think then, let's see. I guess I thought I had them all organized beforehand. Oh, I guess not. Let's see, I think, and then before that RGB one was this one, which actually I can turn on. I can show you. Give me a second. All right, plug that sucker in. I don't know which way, I don't know if it's oriented up or down at the moment, but all right. Well, first of all, it just kind of goes through, I think, about 50 random positions and lights them up. It changes every time, I think. It probably doesn't actually though, because the C rand function is awful and it likes to produce very similar numbers often. Yeah, there we go. So it was upside down. All right. Ooh, and I think I'm touching it weirdly, but to begin it says Darvit. So if you know the Artemis Fowl books, Darvit. And then of course it just says, fuck me, because I'm an immature adult. Why not? I think it says each of these 5 times just because I was checking that they were. Look at that. That's my name. Rights. Yep. But yeah, 5 times just so I could check that they were actually working at the time. This is one of my first projects that I thought was really cool. This is what kind of got me into displays because I went from working with that to that. This is 6 by 7? That's 480 by 320. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, this one says, what is it? Spaghetti cupcake? Or no, spaghetti hamster. That's what this one is. Okay. Anyway, unplug that in. Where are we at now? What did I even work on? I guess I probably did start working on my RC car. This is kind of a fun, like a late tune model, really. I mean, honestly, I started with that big sucker up there, but you know what? I didn't have any motors powerful enough to drive it. That thing weighs a little bit, especially with all the 3D print that's in there for the drive mount and whatnot. Come back here, and then we can see that this thing is light as hell, but there's no front motor on the at the moment, and I don't know where it is either. That's okay, because I've had to repurpose several of these servos. That said, I also have some of these nice MG90s. Let's see. So I think another early on project was one of these, which really is just a 1602 LCD. And the reason I built this was because I did not understand the initialization feature, or like how to initialize an LCD. This thing helped. It helped me to actually understand how to initialize them, how to actually set up the function, and kind of set up my intro into delving slightly into data signal processing. Although I don't even process, I do it lamely. That's why I don't call myself a computer scientist. I have such a naive view in all of this. Let's see, and then I've got this guy. That was longer. That was later on. Kind of like it though. Kind of looks like a cool little TV or something like that. I broke a leg off one day trying to carry it over somewhere. This little bugger really didn't do much. It was kind of just, there was a LDR, and then based on some other signals, if it got dark, it would go beep, 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 beep. I think there was an ultrasonic sensor on that at one point as well. That was just a fun little project. Here is my first RC car that I actually got to work. Like, I already talked about it, right? But since then, I have switched to an actual PCB board like that for a Mini. And with that, I also found a bigger motor since then. But I haven't tried it out just because I want to replace this. This is my controller that I actually designed it was for multiple projects. It's my NRF. It's my radio controlled, my personally designed board. So I'm going to keep adding to it. This is only version 3. So the first version was just meant to include this car. Second version was meant to include my ball turret up there. I'm not going to take it down just because it's a little bit of a hectic stuff. I don't want my Pi and Pi Zero to fall down. Oh, let's see. So that guy, he came with, or I should say, he didn't come with it. I made that print for him, the case. It's crap because I wasn't sure how to make it thick, or how thick to make it, whatever. Let's see. I've got this little guy. He was just a cute little, I just tried making a little clamp out of him. He's got just two linear motors in there. They're really slow. I do have 2 more faster ones, but I don't think I made any of this stuff up here strong enough. I mean, I just broke that with a little bit of pressure. These guys down here I broke with too much pressure. I mean, I'm not a mechanical engineer. I'm not an engineer of any kind. So, and then let's see, because I think robot arms are cool, but I don't have the math to do PID. I'm dumb. PID is way above me. Anything that has integral is above me. Let's see. So I've got my robot arm, whip it back and forth. That's cool. That was also controlled by that. So I've got several things that I want that to be able to control. However, I want to replace this with one of my LCDs, or my ILIs, so that I can actually see more stuff. I don't know, give it a little more personality, maybe. Let's see. That's another project that I've done. My, I still don't really want to call it mine. I didn't design the actual logic here, but I'm assuming it's pretty simple logic. I just need to understand it, but I was able to build it and actually manipulate it to how I need. And now, I think this last month when I've been able to, over the bad stuff, I've been working on this, just a little triple rotary encoder. So when I first started with these things, I had insane trouble. I'm not going to lie. Rotary encoders are just redonkulously difficult to begin with if you are coding your own stuff, because you might need like interrupts and stuff like that. And that's not something necessarily low level. However, you can be a little bit smart about it. Roll it right into a HC165 PISO shift register, And then you can just shift it right into your MCU. And from there, you can just perform one function that checks if two different values are, they're different. Well, not 0, 1 or 1, 0. Won't get into it. I might cut that out. I should. All right, let's see. Not even going to show you Mastermind on it because honestly, I don't think too many people care. Actually, that's what this one is entirely dedicated to, Mastermind. I had another design that I've shown you guys, but I actually gave that to I gave it to my mother to give to my brother to see if he'd be interested in actually trying it. I mean, if not, well, I guess it happens. This was another little thing that I made. This literally was like a 5-minute craft here. This was just one of those simple little, ride the wire and don't touch it or else it goes beep. But I've since had to cut the wire off because I've cannibalized lots of parts from lots of different projects all over the place. Let's see. So I've talked about my controller, my first project. Let's see, what is this? This is just, that's the beginning of those guys. Those guys were fun because I didn't fully understand that they were 16. Well, I didn't understand how the heck to do the data all the way through. That was interesting. And I'm still not great with arrays, so trying to actually getting better. I'm getting better. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. You know what? I think that's what I got.